Have you ever written a word, paused for a second, and thought, wait, this doesn't look right? You've seen the word before. You've read it many times. But the moment you try to spell it yourself, doubt appears. You rewrite it, you guess. You rely on autocorrect and move on. Most people think this means they are bad at spelling. Some even believe they are bad at English. But that's not true. The real problem is that reading and spelling use different skills in the brain. When you read English, your brain does not look at every letter. It recognizes the overall shape of the word and jumps straight to meaning. That's why you can read quickly and understand clearly, even if you couldn't spell the same word correctly right now. Reading is recognition. Spelling is recall. Spelling forces your brain to rebuild a word from nothing. You must remember the order of letters, the sound pattern, and the structure, without seeing the word first. If you were never trained to do this, spelling feels stressful and uncertain, even for simple words. Autocorrect makes this worse. Every time your phone or computer fixes a word for you, your brain skips the learning step. You see the correct spelling, but you didn't produce it yourself. So your brain never stores the word properly, and you stay dependent on the correction. That's why the same spelling mistakes keep returning. Good spellers don't rely on memory alone. They rely on patterns. English spelling looks confusing, but it repeats patterns constantly. Words share roots, prefixes, and endings. When your brain learns one pattern, it can predict many spellings instead of guessing. For example, when you understand how nation works, words like national, international, and nationality stop feeling new. When you learn possible, impossible becomes easier. When you learn manage, management stops confusing you. Spelling becomes logical instead of random. Another reason spelling feels hard is sound. Many learners try to spell silently in their head, but spelling improves much faster when sound is involved. When you say a word out loud, your brain connects pronunciation to letters. If you learned English mostly through reading and typing, this sound-to-letter connection is often weak. So you can recognize words on a screen, but you can't reproduce them on paper. This is why people who speak English more often usually spell better, even if their grammar is not perfect. There's a simple habit that helps more than memorizing word lists. When you learn a new word, say it out loud. Then write it once from memory. After that, check the spelling and correct it. That correction moment is powerful. It tells your brain that the difference matters and the pattern gets stronger. Over time, your brain stops guessing and starts remembering automatically. Trying to fix every spelling mistake at once does not work. It creates pressure, and pressure blocks learning. Instead, make a personal mistake list. Only write words you misspell again and again. Practice those words for a few days until they feel automatic. Then move on. Slow down when you write difficult words. Take 2 seconds, break the word into parts, spell the parts, then join them. That small pause trains accuracy and builds confidence. And after a while, you won't need the pause anymore because the pattern becomes natural. Spelling is not talent. It is trained pattern recognition. If you can read English, your brain already knows more than you think. You don't need a stronger memory. You need better connections, repetition, and patience, and small practice done daily. And once spelling improves, writing stops feeling stressful. Your thoughts flow faster, your confidence grows, and English finally starts working with you instead of against you. If this video helped you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more simple, confidence-building English lessons.